Well, good morning. Welcome back to the channel, Slim's Woodworking channel. Just kidding. I am by no means a professional woodworker. I took wood shop in high school, and my grandfather worked with wood. I learned a little bit from him, but I'm just definitely making this up as I go, so don't take this as a tutorial. But this is the end result. Well, this is a prototype sample of the end result of what I'm trying to make. Little trophies for a golf tournament. I want to make a first place, second place, and third place for the first and second, third place teams. I'm going to try to cut these fire logs and then turn them on my lathe and turn them into little golf ball trophies. Let's see the end result. Alright, step one is complete. I've got 4 third place trophies, 4 second place trophies, 4 first place trophies, just slightly larger in size, each one of them. Got each edge flushed up. Now I'm going to take these to the lathe and turn them and hopefully make some sort of cool little golf ball holder trophy. Alright, I decided before I took it to the lathe I would trim it up more. This is going to end up being my turning blank block. It's a lot closer to the size of what it's actually going to kind of turn out to be. That way I end up turning a lot less. And then I'm just going to take this, put it on top of the other ones, mark it out, and then I'm going to trim off the excess edges before I go put it on the lathe. That way I'm not turning as much. I'm going to do that to all of these. And then we'll go to the lathe and turn 4 of each third, second, and first place trophies. Alright, well, as I stated at the beginning of this video, I am not any kind of a woodworking master. I forgot a pretty important step with these Forstner bits. 9/8, I think, is the size that says. It's kind of hard to read. Right below 1 inch. I have to drill out the little space for the golf ball to sit in. So I should have done that before I started while it was still a block of wood, but I can put it in this vise, protect it with this towel, and I think I'll still be able to get it done. Alright, so that's basically it for the turning. Now I'm going to go through the sandpaper. I should probably start at 220, 320, 400, maybe finish off at 600 or so. And then I'm going to try this Howard Feed and Wax Wood Polish and Conditioner. I've never used it before. And I'll apply this onto it. And then that'll basically be it. After that, I just got to make all the rest of them. Okay, well, the directions say to just apply this on with a nice clean cloth. It doesn't say anything about a lathe. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some of this onto a microfiber towel. Get it onto the piece of wood. That may have been too much, I don't know. And then I'm going to turn the lathe on slow speed and just apply it that way. That's how I usually apply finishes to this sort of thing. But like I said, I never used this stuff, so it's probably gonna fling up on me. Let's get this started. There's our finished product. Now I don't know how yet, but I'm gonna do something where I can put a third place on here, a third and 2026, maybe Boys and Girls Club, and then what I'm gonna do is this is a golf tournament for the Boys and Girls Club that I'm making these for. I'm gonna go to the Ojai Valley Inn, which is where we're playing the golf tournament, and I'm gonna get the stamped Ojai Valley Inn golf balls and put those on top. So that will be the end trophy, will be an Ojai Valley Inn golf ball, some sort of a third place or third. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that yet. And then that's it. So I'm going to make 4 more of these this size, and then 4 more to slightly larger for second place, and then 4 more slightly larger for first place. And that's it. So I'll show another clip when maybe they're all done, because watching me turn 11 more of these is just going to be boring. So we'll go ahead and skip to the end. Alright, well, welcome back. We're on the second Saturday for the golf ball trophies. We got the ones for third place done. That's how they came out. Now we're working on the ones for second place. I've gone ahead and pre-drilled all the holes in these blocks. These ones I'm not squaring off because I started to with this one, and as you can see here, the blade sort of caught on me and kicked it out of my hand and scared the crap out of me. So now I'm just going to turn it from this and not try to cut them on the chop saw, because I don't want to cut my fingers off. I kind of don't think that these are going to work. I got cracks in here that I think run too deep. So I may need to start over with possibly all 3 of these. I think this one's going to be good, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to try these and we'll see how it goes. All right, let's see what we got here. Yeah, that should work out all right. All right, now I'm going to give it the old burn look. Torch it. All right, well, these things are turning out all right. See what I did there? Turning out all right. Oh God. All right. I don't have a very proper wood shop set up in the garage. It's not very well ventilated. Yeah, just not a lot of space. So I moved outside to do this. So I got it set up out here now doing the turning. This thing is on its last legs. It's wobbling, so it's making them kind of come out a little bit wonky, which I kind of like. It's making each one of them unique, more unique than they were going to be. This one, the cracks in it are really cool. They offer a lot of character, but they're pretty deep. I'm a little bit concerned with it, so I'm going to try to just fill it with plastic wood, and then probably put some more color on it, turn it, and fill it again. See if this one can be salvaged. I might need to make another one for this one. Alright, so here's this one now, filled in with the plastic wood. let it sit out here in the sun and dry. It actually looks kind of cool, just the way it is. I might just let it just dry and just keep it just like that. Hopefully it doesn't split down the road, but since it's just holding a golf ball and probably sitting on someone's desk or shelf somewhere, it should be okay. All right, quick side project going here. I'm going to get these boards are also going to be like floating shelf golf ball displays. Got this one measured out. Now I just need to measure out these two. I've already made a couple of them. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Just a simple little board with some holes drilled into it. And I've got some nails. I'll show you. Just connect right into the wall. So this looks like it's a floating shelf here, floating golf ball display shelf. I thought it was pretty neat, pretty easy to make. All right, I went ahead and took just a half of a blade off so that I'd have one flush edge to sit up against the wall. Now, what I'll do is put it in here, and I'm going to drill two holes that are just smaller than this. I'm going to put this nail in backwards so that the pointy side is up, and shove it in there so it's nice and tight in there and in there. And then it'll just stick into the drywall, as long as you don't try to put it into a stud. Now you've got a little bit of wiggle room in the nail, which is good. You put a small level on it, put it up against the wall, and kind of wiggle the nails a little bit until it's smooth. And as long as you're not in a stud, you literally just push it into the wall with the palms of your hands. I probably should have waited to put the nails in until after I sanded the boards, but now I just need to sand them, burn them, put a coat of wax on them, push them onto the wall, and then go play different golf courses so I can collect different golf balls from around different places I've played, put them up. Easy, neat little project. By the way, I'm not like a trained woodworker, so don't take any of this stuff that you're seeing as like a how-to or training video. You're probably seeing all sorts of Cal OSHA safety violations here. All right, made a quick run to the Harbor Freight to try to replace this wobbly bit that's not supposed to be wobbly. And this is a really old mini lathe. They don't sell these ones anymore. They sell a newer, slightly larger model. I wasn't able to find anything, so we'll just get through this project with these. Oops. One of my blanks ended up being quite a bit shorter than the other one, so I picked out another log and got another one. So these are my first place trophies. Got them all prepped, ready to turn. Well, let's get going with these. So it seems like this problem with my lathe is pretty significant. This piece should be spinning along with this, and it's not, which isn't providing enough friction for me to actually turn this piece. So short of going and buying a new lathe, I don't know how I'm going to finish these 4 trophies. All right. I just remembered that my lathe comes with some other parts. So this part can screw onto this So I'm gonna drill holes, pilot holes, so they don't split, and then I'm gonna screw that onto the wood, and then I'm gonna try to turn it like that. That way I don't have to use this piece since it's broken. See if that works. Alright, so immediately I recognize a problem here. I've got screws now going through this piece of wood. Obviously I'm not going to be able to turn that anything past the circumference of this metal plate. Well, I mean, I can go just barely inside of it, but not much. That should be okay though. I'll just make the bases of the first place trophies bigger, which is fine. They're bigger trophies anyway. Should be okay. Let's see how this goes. Alright. I think this should work out. Okay, well, if I take this off at the pencil line and get rid of the hole that I already pre-drilled, then I can just drill another hole and I can center it up and I'll have a trophy, but it's going to be quite a bit shorter than I intended. But they're bigger around, and then I'd have to do that on all the other ones, of course, because then they'll all be different heights. But I think that's my only save. I think that's what I need to do. I don't know if I'm going to be able to save this. I got the screw sticking out here, so that's it. I can't go any more there. I've already gone a little too far. But there's a flat spot all the way along this. I could just say that that's the back side of it, but these are supposed to be circular. I may be starting over on this one again. I may have saved it. I don't like that I couldn't get this piece out. It's circular right there, but one tiny little flat spot. I think I can live with it. Now I just need to drill a new hole in here for the golf ball. Alright, this piece is, I think it's going to be okay. I'll fill this in with some filler. But I think it's going to turn out alright. Now let's go ahead and give it the torch treatment. Alright, well, I had this bottle sitting out in the sun all day, and caution when opening things left out in the sun all day, I guess. Good amount on the towel. Spinning real slow. Get a good layer of wax on this wood. I'm going to have to do this with two hands so I can get at all the nooks and crannies. Alright, well, other than that little flat spot right there, that honestly, can't even really notice that much. It actually came out pretty good. What do you think? Should I have given up on it before when it was all crooked? I'm glad I kept going. Alright, 3 more to go and the first place trophies are done. What's this look like with a golf ball on it? Pretty cool. Alright, well that's it. The trophies for the golf tournament are done. There's the 3rd place trophies. second place trophies. This one came out cool, I think, with all the cracks and the filler. Looks neat. Almost threw that one away. And the first place trophies, they ended up being the same height as the second place trophies, so I'm just going to throw in these extra floating golf ball shelves for the first place team, so their trophies will be taller than everybody else's. That's it. All done. Correction, not completely done. I have an idea to put a thin brass metal piece on these to do the second place, third place, first place, and then maybe some sort of brass piece on the front of these with the date of the tournament. Don't know how to do that yet. I have an AI rendering of it. If I can figure it out how to do it, I'll throw the AI rendering into the video so you can see kind of what I'm gonna end up trying to do to finish these things.